we're not.
There's a war happening, a battle in Washington right now. And it's a battle to gut the social safety net, to destroy food assistance and health insurance for the most needy. These are benefits that the labor movement and community groups like the ones represented here fought for and won.
Taking away SNAP, it doesn't just affect our dinner table. It affects our health, our minds, our hearts, and our future of our children. I'm very sorry, but I depend on it, and I'm just very worried about what I'm going to do with my kids.
If you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe. I know this is different today, but today we're talking about something very important. I just happened to pass by Boston, Massachusetts, and I saw this beautiful protest going on, and I wanted to see what they were talking about, and it's something that really was very touchy, and I hope you like it. If you're new here, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's help this video circulate more. I know it's a little choppy. My phone was running off memory, but I was able to get some conversations going on that I'm happy to share with you guys. And from this, I hope you can find more contents that are going to bring you more information about what's going on with the program, what's going on with the SNAP program, what's going on with this United States country going on with everything that's going backwards. We need to start talking about instead of worry about other things that doesn't bring food on the table for all of us. So let's talk about this.
Functions that feed hope, restore dignity, and build a stronger and more resilient Massachusetts. The moment is now, and there's still time to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Next up is David Wadley, who's the owner of Kimball Fruit Farm based in Pepperell. David and his wife Amanda have owned and operated the farm for the past 4 years, and David has worked at the farm for the past 21 years, since he was 15. Farmer David.
So thank you for including me. My wife Amanda wanted to be here too, but she has to cover a shift in the farm stand back in Pepperell. And in all honesty, I'm actually working at Copley Square Market right now, so I apologize, but I have to run as soon as I do this. But thank you for giving me a chance to say things. They asked me here just to talk a little bit about how, is that better? All right. They asked me here just to talk a little bit about how SNAP affects agriculture and kind of how we use SNAP. Most of our business is at farmers markets in the Boston area. And so for the past decade or so, we've been able to take SNAP sales directly off of someone's EBT card on an iPad at the markets. At our farm, it's anywhere from 5 to 20% of our daily sales, depending on which market we're at. And if you average it out, it's probably more in the 10 to 15% of our sales range. I like using visual examples. So instead of doing dollars and cents, the amount of SNAP that we've gotten so far this year is 38,745 pounds of apples, or 30,442 heads of lettuce, or at the current rate of pay for an H-2A farm laborer, it's 5,643 hours of work, which is 141 40-hour work weeks, or 2 healthy eating literacy. There's a lot of things that we're selling that aren't just fruits and vegetables, and that's all stuff that's going to be affected if people don't have their SNAP cards. So thank you.
Thank you, Farmer Dave. Next up is Dr.
Diana Cutts. I'm a pediatrician and co-lead PI at Children's Health Watch, a research and policy program at Boston Medical Center. In my more than 4 decades as a pediatrician and as a researcher, I have seen what happens when policy fails families, not in an abstract way, but in actual bones, brains, blood sugar, and development. That is why I am sounding an alarm. If SNAP is not funded by November 1st, food will come off the tables of more than 1.1 million people right here in Massachusetts, including more than 300,000 babies, toddlers, and children. As a pediatrician, it's impossible not to take delight in Halloween as we see children dress up and trick or treat. It's ironic that the day after Halloween, there will be no treats, It's all a cruel trick this year. Families who are already stretching every dollar in their budgets and every hour of their day will face an even greater challenge of affording food right as we come up to the holiday season. People often talk about SNAP as if it were a line in a spreadsheet and bond with that child. At Children's Health Watch, we have studied the ways in which policy decisions affect child and caregiver health for decades. When SNAP benefits are cut or delayed, even for a single month, families are significantly more likely to become food insecure. Children in those households are more likely to have fair or poor health, to be hospitalized, and to have developmental delays that can set them back years. There is something uniquely unforgiving about the biology of early childhood. The first ones and states save money. I have cared for children born this year whose hearts will beat into the next century. Their futures are shaped right now by what we do and what we fail to do in their earliest days. We owe them something better than preventable harm. We owe them food, not excuses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Coates.
Thank you, everyone. As Spencer said, my name is Dave Foley. I'm the president of SEIU Local 509. We represent almost 30,000 workers in human services and education in Massachusetts, including the workers who distribute our SNAP benefits. Thank you. I have a letter from one of them right now. Her name is Tanika Doughton. She works at the Nubian Street office. She really wanted to be here today but couldn't. She says, "The work we do is not just about providing benefits, it's about upholding dignity, stability, and opportunity for every individual we serve. Cuts to programs like Medicaid, SNAP, and access to education are not merely decisions. They are actions that threaten the very foundation of equity and justice that we fought so hard to build in our Commonwealth. These cuts risk undoing years of progress for our most at-risk populations. I proudly stand with the dedicated employees of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts who work tirelessly in public service to deliver essential supports and benefits. Like so many other supervisors and frontline workers, I am honored to bring decades of professional experience to my role as an economic assistance supervisor at DTA. It's a privilege to serve alongside a strong community of SEIU Local 509 members, committed Commonwealth employees who administer critical programs such as SNAP, TAFDC, child care and education training vouchers, and Mass Health. These programs are the true lifelines for the most vulnerable residents in Massachusetts, including children with medical needs, elders, people with disabilities, and hardworking, low-income families. There's a war happening, a battle in Washington right now. And it's a battle to gut the social safety net, to destroy food assistance and health insurance for the most needy. These are benefits that the labor movement and community groups like the ones represented here fought for and won. And for what? For tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy and for ICE. So that the rich can get richer, and so we can build a domestic police force whose budget rivals the size of the U.S. Army. We call on the administration to back off of this insanity, to stop using the most vulnerable people as your political tools. Now, I don't think the administration is going to listen to me, but they have to listen to all of us. So I call for the community groups here, everybody who's listening, and the entire labor movement to push back against this, to fight back against this austerity. Tanika finishes her letter by saying, "I remain deeply committed to lifting every voice, protecting vital services, and carrying forward the legacy of community leadership that has been passed down through generations of my family. Because when we fight, we win." Thank you.
Although this is a very sad time, I can't believe that we are in the staircase eating and make it worse. Next week, there will be less people with nothing to eat at their dinner table. On Saturday, we were at La Colaborativa. Over 1,000 people were in the full line, and we were only open for 2.5 hours. 1,000 people. Imagine when November 1st comes and the cuts are done, how many people are we going to have with very limited resources? God bless you. Let's continue to fight.
Taking away SNAP, it doesn't just affect our dinner table. It affects our health, our minds, our hearts, and our future of our children. I'm very sorry, but I depend on it, and I'm just very worried about what I'm going to do of my kids, with my kids.
As you see, like, prices are going up. We have a lot of issues going on in this country. We're going backwards, but we need to wake up. We need to start talking. We need to start like getting together and talk about ideas and negotiations, things that we can do to help each other and elevate each other. We have to grow as a community. It takes a small village to make a community, right? So let's work together.